A Brockton mother found guilty of murdering her 2 young children is appealing her case to Massachusetts' highest court. Latarsha Sanders was sentenced to life in prison back in 2022. Her case dates back to 2018, and now her attorneys are pointing to her mental health. Boston 25 News reporter Bob Ward has the details.
The facts of this case are horrific. The victims here were only 8 and 5 years old. Prosecutors say they were stabbed 100 times. Now, their own mother was convicted and sentenced to life no parole, but she's trying to get her conviction overturned. Her main point is that the jury did not get a complete picture of her struggles with mental illness. It took a Plymouth County jury just 4 hours to convict Latarsha Sanders of 2 counts of murder for stabbing to death her 2 young children in their Brockton apartment in 2018. Her attorney mounted an insanity defense, claiming Sanders was mentally ill and having a psychotic breakdown. But the trial judge did not allow evidence of Sanders' mental health into the trial, and that's the basis of an appeal now before the state's highest court.
And we assert that the wholesale exclusion of medical evidence deprived Ms. Sanders of a meaningful opportunity to present a complete defense.
But a Plymouth County prosecutor told the SJC the judge made the right decision to exclude the evidence.
For at least 5 months after she murdered her children, there was no notation whatsoever, no observation, no clinician had a report on any kind of psychotic behavior.
According to a police report, at the time of the murders, Sanders talked about voodoo and various conspiracy theories. In prison interviews, Sanders allegedly said evil was in her. In her SJC appeal, Sanders' lawyer said a prosecutor at trial was wrong in closing arguments to characterize Sanders as evil.
It is not appropriate for a prosecutor to get up in front of a jury and, rather than looking at evidence and facts, to simply argue that the explanation for why this occurred is that Latarsha Sanders is evil.
But the government argued the trial prosecutor only used Sanders' own words in closing.
She was clearly able to function and articulate a sort of excuse or alibi for her behavior. She understood what she had done.
The justices will now look over both sets of arguments and will determine if the trial judge made any reversible mistakes. There's no timeline on how long it'll take them to reach a decision. I'm Bob Ward for your local station, Boston 25.